Dr. David Jeremiah. Where do we go from here? Economic Chaos. A Financial Prophecy. Part 2.
A cashless society. Cryptocurrency. Microchipping people. What does all this mean for us and the future? Are they signs of the end times? That's the question. How does this affect the followers of Jesus? A Swedish biochip doesn't necessarily and definitively mean that it's the biblical mark of the beast.
One thing is for sure, money will play an essential role in all of the events of the future, including the end times. A couple of chapters in the book of Revelation talks about Babylon, the economic center of the world at that time, will be destroyed. Money has always been, and always will be, important.
The addiction to money. 2 Timothy 3:2 says, "People will love only themselves and money." Paul said that the end times will be a period defined by rejecting what is good and embracing what is evil.
In 1 Timothy 6:10, Paul wrote, a verse that's often misunderstood, "The love of money is the root of all evil." He did not say that money was the root of all evil. It's what we do with it that can create an issue. Money is not evil, it's the love of it that's evil. Don't become addicted to money.
There will be an increase in inequality with regard to wealth. Revelation 6 tells us about things that will occur near the beginning of the tribulation.
In Revelation 6:5 and 6, the Lamb opened the third seal. A rider on a black horse held a pair of scales in his hand. A voice said, "A quart of wheat, or 3 quarts of barley, will cost a full day's pay. But the supply of olive oil and wine must not be harmed."
The passage describes the seal of judgment during the tribulation. The black horse is the symbol of worldwide famine. It will be a time of judgment, and resources will be sparse, and many will be thrown into poverty, hunger, and despair.
The prophecy says, in those days, you get paid a denarius for 1 day's work. A denarius would buy a quart of wheat or 3 quarts of barley, but it won't be enough to sustain a family. Imagine a day of backbreaking labor. You get up early in the morning, go out and you work very hard, only to receive at the end of the day enough to purchase only a small amount of grain. That is not enough to feed your family for 1 day.
The scripture says, "Don't touch the oil and wine." They were for the luxury of rich people. They dealt in oil and wine, not wheat and barley. So the poor get poorer, and those who control the wealth get richer. Income will be a huge contributing factor to chaos during times of tribulation.
Thank you for watching.